Hey, future homeowners. This is episode one of a series of what not to do when you're trying to buy a house. So there's a couple things, actually, there are many things not to do. So I don't want to, overload you. So this is just three things not to do when you're trying to buy a house. Number one, if you left your job and switched your job in the middle of the year, make sure that you grab that last pay stub from the previous job, because especially if you have overtime, commission, shift differential, all the kind of, non just straight up salary income, grab that last pay stub, because most of the time, at least from what I've seen, employers will cut you off from their, your email. So you can't get it. So make sure that before you leave, download that last pay stub. So if you left like in June, or this month, grab that pay stub. And if you're moving to another job, I'm seeing so many people switch jobs, which is kind of cool because they're getting better jobs and they're getting more money and they can buy a house and all that cool stuff. But it dawned on me, grab your last pay stub, because there's so many people that don't grab it. So it's always good to have. I suggest you put a little mortgage folder on your desktop, and it's super easy. Dump it in there so that when it's time comes, you can send it to your favorite mortgage broker. Number two, what not to do when you are getting ready to buy a house. Pay your collections. Now, I'm not saying don't pay collections. Definitely want to pay your bills, but don't pay them before you get your credit run, because that collection from maybe 6 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, kind of lost its steam. So if you go and pay it because it's some like Verizon bill that's only $62 and you're like, oh, shoot, I'll just pay that. Don't do it. It'll wreck your credit. So don't do that. And here's a third one. There's so many, I could go on and on and on, but that would be too long of a video. The third one, move money around. Like, oh, I'm going to pull this out from my savings to put a down payment on my house, and I'm going to shove it in under, in a shoebox underneath my bed. Don't do that. You can't use the money for that if you pull it out of the bank. So money has to be sourced and seasoned for 60 days. So we'll talk about gifts later, but don't, if you have mattress money, put it back in the bank. You got to leave it there for 60 days. So that's it for now. Have an awesome day. Phone's ringing.